Right, so how do I introduce my next guest? He has carved a niche for himself in the film industry. I think the first time I met him was at IFA Green Carpet premiere in London in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. And the movie that he's doing now is pretty anti-corruption in a very entertaining way. Now imagine if you had put a tax on a kiss. I mean, that really, he would have rebelled a lot. I am sure you guessed his name right. He is Emraan Hashmi on the show. So what if there was a tax laid on kissing?
I would definitely have to sell my house, man.
Okay.
I'll have to sell my house, all my cars.
Right.
I would be in debt. I would have to, my marriage would end. I wouldn't have any money or food to feed my family. And but I would.
Sure, he will be broke.
But I would still keep kissing. I'll probably default my tax also.
That's good one.
I would definitely default my tax.
So Emraan can be broke, but he will continue kissing. That's amazing.
I would do anything for my profession, for my talent, for my skill, and I think I would probably sell my house for that.
I asked your director Rensil D'Silva,
Yes.
after you finished the script, who was the first actor that came to your mind?
Yes.
And he immediately popped your name out.
Yeah.
Was it because you have the liberty to just reject a script point blank after reading it. So was there a situation like that? Were you hesitant whether you want to do this film or?
I was hesitant from the word go. I think when Rensil narrated the script to me, he started off by saying that this film is going to be about corruption, socially relevant. And then I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, this is going to be a no, it's going to be a big no.
Right.
But I think when Rensil started narrating the script and when he brought out this entire vigilante angle of these 5 friends who do things in a very extreme way to get back to the system and its loopholes, I kind of gave it 2 thumbs up, and I felt that this guy is really, I'd not seen his first film, I'd not seen Kurban, I knew of his work and he was a great writer, but then seeing that translate on screen again when he was directing it, he makes it gritty, he makes it in his own very gritty, entertaining way.
So you've not seen Rensil's any of his work?
I've not.
But you've heard of his writing, of course.
I've heard of his great writing. I've heard good things about Rang De Basanti. I've heard about Kurban being a great film. So yeah, it's pretty good.
So does a trust issue come?
No, trust issues. Generally, when I do a film, I need to completely trust someone to get on the set and shoot for 60 days or 100 days for them. So trust is never an issue. That trust is obviously built through the film when you're working on it. I've never got to the point where I've lost trust in or not had faith in the person's work. I've always worked with people I know I can gel with. With Rensil, I completely trusted him. I completely surrendered to his script, to his vision, through and through. So it was pretty good because he's a very solid guy. He's a very sensible guy. He's very intelligent. He understands screenplay. He never made us do anything nonsensical, anything illogical in the film. So yeah.
Mohit told me once, Mohit Suri, that during your struggling days when you guys were assisting, I'm sure there was a scene where, in real life, where you would have taken a train or any public transport. Was it difficult then, and how different is it now?
It's always difficult traveling by trains in this country.
Okay.
It's
you've traveled by trains, of course.
I have a lot. Like they say, it's not suffer, it's suffer. SUFFER in trains.
Okay.
But I was studying in Sydenham, and I used to have a lot of friends in town in HR, in Xavier's, Jain College. So we used to basically spend like almost 12 hours in town. So it was taking that train from Bandra to Churchgate. And then when we were assistant directors, it was shooting if you were shooting Goregaon, all of us used to take a train down there, not too much pocket money. So whatever was got, we spent, limited amount of money. Exactly. Limited money for transportation so that we had enough money to take our girlfriends out later on. So yeah, it was pretty...
We'll take corruption, big deal.
Yeah, of course.
But now the situations have changed.
Now obviously I've not travelled on the train for a while. The last time I travelled on the train was for Chakkar. So that was for the film, and that was great because for Chakkar we had the whole train for ourselves for like 2 weeks. So I used to like stop it at stations to go to the loo. So I was like, I couldn't do this in college. So I just tell the driver, the engine man, just stop here. I want to get off. So almost like taking a cab somewhere.
You know, I've always realized Rajkumar Hirani's movies, he tackles a lot of social relevant issues in a very fun way. And he doesn't make it boring and stick to one, idea that, okay, let's solve this. I think he takes, different things. I think in this film too, Rensil and his team has taken a lot of issues and trying to solve it. But you think a message like this could also be anti?
Anti in the sense?
Means people face, normal people face these problems. But if they try to kind of replicate what you guys do in Ungli, you think it would justify it?
No, definitely, it wouldn't justify at all. I wouldn't recommend 5 friends getting out there. Becoming rebel is fine. Don't put a gun to a rickshawala's head when he doesn't take you for a chota bada. Don't blow up a street with dynamite if it's got potholes on it.
Okay.
Don't do these things. Solve problems by making it more, by exposing the situation as common people. I know probably many people won't do this, but you have got a phone camera, you have social networking sites, you can bring about an awareness. You see some crap load of stuff lying on the street, click the person in charge there and bring it about on a social networking site. That's what you can do, because the media in the past 10 years has really taken upon itself to pull down anything that's unethical, corrupt. They have obviously in their agenda, they have done it in a good way, which is helping out. But like Gandhiji said, that bring about the change in your own home before you try to bring about the change in the nation. Don't throw things out of your window in your building, in your colony, and dirty the roads when you keep your houses clean.
So Narendra Modi has these things after becoming a Prime Minister of India and coming up with campaigns like Swachh Bharat. I think what you guys are doing is Swachh Bharat. You're clearing up the mess. But in a way, it is a non-fiction film, even though it's fictionally done, right?
Yeah. It deals with a lot of non-fiction elements of these issues that we live on a day-to-day basis and fight, not exactly fighting corruption, but are succumbing to it, and almost like an impotent rage where we're not able to kind of express ourselves clearly about the corrupt things in our country. But yeah, they are cleaning out the system.
It is a non-fiction in a way.
Yeah, in their own way. So there's the issue about potholes, commuting in our cities, government offices, the police force, you name it. And at the same time, we're not taking a pot shot at everyone. It's not like saying, okay, the BMC is responsible for this or the police is responsible. There are always those few people who give that service job or profession a bad name. So these are the guys who target those few people.
Imran, you've never worked in an ensemble film before, have you? Like with so many actors?
I've done a film like Dil To Bachcha Ji, which was kind of with a bunch of 3 guys. I've generally played more protagonists. I've mainly played films in which I am the protagonist. I'm an extremely selfish actor. I'm extremely greedy for those 2 hours of screen time. And I feel there's more, for me as an actor, the work is more challenging when you play the arc out completely through those 2 hours. A film like this, if I had to come into the second or third act, I got to kind of play that arc out in like probably an hour plus. And then of course you have individual scenes that again go to another actor after that. So I'd like to play the arc out for the whole 2 hours. But whenever I get a script like this, when Rensil narrated it to me, I was fine with other people playing the other characters.
I've read the script and I think you've done a fab job.
Thank you.
I haven't seen the film, but I've read the screenplay.
Thank you.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
About Kangana, you've shared screen space with her in 4 films before. 3 or 4, I think. 3.
3. This is my 4th film together.
You think the camaraderie still works the same?
It's with every film. It comes along with a different relationship on screen. We obviously gel together. We kind of are very fond of each other. I've seen her from her first film. I've known her for the longest time. I've known her for over 7 to 8 years now. She's a friend. She's kind of like the kind of roles that she chooses, kind of her own territory. She's walking her own path, which I admire and I respect. I like doing my own kind of stuff, which is not mainstream. She also does very non-glam, non-mainstream. but kind of niche stuff that also brings in the numbers sometimes. So which is great, which is working for.
So you talk about corruption in normal life. What about corruption in the film fraternity? You've seen that? Have you seen that? Have you come across that?
I don't know if it's corruption, but I don't know. You could say it is to an extent a fairly corrupt system here. You have a lot of people who have a certain way of thinking as far as the working mechanics function. Many people come late on the set. That's one thing in Bollywood I've not understood.
That's one thing in Bollywood you have to understand. Imraan Hashmi is the only actor I have seen in my 12 years of career who's come on time on the set. So bravo, bro.
Yeah, thank you so much. But for what I've heard, it's just the fact that you respect other people's time.
Yeah.
They respect your time. They're there, and I don't know why people feel the prescribed thing for a star is that a star is a person who would probably come late, and those are the prescribed things, which I don't think is true. I give out as much time, and then I start off on time, and I like to finish on time. And it sometimes ends up in me sometimes assaulting people if I'm told to sit in late.
Okay, this has to be edited. Emraan Hashmi assaulting people can't be on the show.
You can put it in, it's fine.
I can. Okay.
So it's just kind of bringing down the terms and telling people that I'm going to be available for so much time, being there 100%, give your work, and then you're done with it.
Okay. Couple of last questions I want to ask. Jessica Lal murder case is something that triggered me personally, and I started writing. My first piece of article got published in the Times of India after that murder case, and I wrote something about it in 1999. And that happened because Rang De Basanti had that scene, and the case again got revived. You think social relevant movies like Ungli can trigger the nation? Has the power to trigger the nation's collective?
I don't think so. I don't think films change things overnight. I don't think we can expect a particular film to change the way the nation thinks. If it was so, we would all be making these films, and the nation would have not had corruption or any of these things. Okay. It would probably been wiped out after a couple of films. What it does do is, I think it really throws light on situations that we wanted to throw light on. Okay. It makes it more relatable. It makes people probably talk about it, and that conversation might lead to something. This might start off conversations on Twitter that have a ripple effect. It's about a ripple effect more than anything, and the change you will probably see sometimes in days, months, years, decades, but you don't know where the seed is. Okay. So probably this seed is probably somewhere in a film like Rang De Basanti. Rang De Basanti is taken from somewhere else. So everything else kind of leads to something else. It snowballs into something bigger that will happen, and something better that will happen in the near future.
Something bigger and something better is going to happen right now on the set. We have two fans of yours who are going to be quite privileged to meet you, and that would be the climax saga of this interview going on. So you can meet your favorite actor here.
Hey, are you going to sit down or should
I get up? No, I think you should sit down because they'll get the chairs. Can I have the chairs, please?
Hi, how are you doing?
Okay, they are shy, Emraan, so you'll have to kind of make them comfortable.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, you have to come here because kissing is not allowed. Giving roses is allowed on the sets, but kissing is not allowed, yeah?
Oh, it's okay, you can. Go ahead.
You can. Emraan Hashmi's given the permission. So yeah, go ahead. He's your star.
Well, I have to say I'm a huge fan, since I was 14. And I remember my mom gifting me my very first phone when I was in hostel, and it had nothing, no applications, nothing. But I think it was Gangster which was released during that time, and she had put all the songs from Murder to Gangster, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, even she's aware that huge of a fan I am. So
great, and hope you love this film.
Of course, I'm looking forward to watching.
A lot of hard work put in, and I'm sure you love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and thank you for this.
I
don't normally get roses from women. I get other things, but I don't get roses. This is like a first.
So first rose.
Thank you so much. This is beautiful. Thank you. And I hope he's not seen my films. What's your age?
10.
You've not seen my films, have you? Don't see
I've
them.
seen 2 films.
Okay, don't tell me it's murder.
No. One is Jannat 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Oh no, wait, that's not fine.
and
There's a lot of kind kind of not pleasant words said in that film. Did you see on television or you saw it on DVD or
Television.
television? No, then okay, then it's fine. Then what else you saw?
1/4 I saw Rashli.
1/4 you saw?
1/4.
Why
1/4 you saw.
What happened to the remaining 3/4? You went to sleep or you got very scared or
Little bit scared.
little bit scared? That's why you saw 1/4. Good. You saw the right films actually. You shouldn't have seen the rest of the 3/4 because it's not for you.
But you're gonna watch Ungli, right?
Yeah, you can watch this. This is for kids also. You can watch
Yeah,
this.
you should watch it.
You should watch it.
You told me before meeting him that you had a problem also.
Yeah, I had a complaint for the Mumbai rickshaw wala.
You do? What is that? Have they troubled you?
And he's not made it,
Mumbai-
huh?
Mumbai.
It's a true story.
Okay, tell me.
One time I went from school to home. My home is at Villaparla. So he
Where's your school? Where's your school?
near Amitabh Bachchan's bungalow.
You're in Jamuna Bhai?
No, Utpal Sangvi.
Oh, that's okay. Then, wait.
It normally takes 32 rupees, but no, when I went from school to home, it took 44 rupees.
And why? Was it because you were stopping out of signals
No.
or because he just took
No,
extra money?
Yeah, he took extra money.
Okay.
He made me go from Irla and then to Rima.
Yeah? That's pretty bad. Yeah. No, but we have our own gang. We kind of had yesterday a gang of rickshawalas who will make sure that probably this won't happen again. So next time this happens, actually you should tell him to wait, don't pay him and get your parents down to talk to him. That would be the right thing to do. Or call a RTO officer, call an officer or a policeman there to tell him that he's taking you for a ride.
Or take Imran's number from me and
Yeah,
call him.
you can take my number.
So he'll come like this and
Yeah.
the rest,
Yes.
he'll tackle
I'll
it.
give him the Ungli.
I'll give him the Ungli, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Cool. Do you want to ask any more questions?
Yes,
Oh, you do
actually, I
want
had
to
a
ask
question
more
for you.
questions.
I've been a huge follower of your movies since Murder, and I've seen you've done a lot of movies in negative role. For example, Jannat, where you were the betting king, then Raja Natwar Lal,
Yeah.
then Good Boy, Bad Boy, where you were a retired student.
Yeah.
So how different?
I actually wasn't a retired student, but it looked like that by the end of the film. Yeah.
Yeah, but then that ended pretty well, so
Yeah.
I'm happy with the fact.
I have not seen that film, but okay.
The retired student is funny, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually wanted to ask you, how different is Ungli for you? I mean, over here you're standing right against corruption.
Yeah, it's a very different film because I've done like you would say a film on corruption, socially relevant film like Shanghai, but it's not really had a tone where it's entertaining, it's fun, it's funny. So this for me is a new experience because it lets me do the things that generally heroes do in films and gives the audience that kind of value for their money and a payback to the bad guys. At the same time, the bad guys are not just larger than life villains on screen. They are part of the corrupt system, things that people can relate to, people they know and have lived and have heard about, or people have experienced in Mumbai or in Delhi or any other city in the country. So that gave me the opportunity to probably also play a lot of fantasies with rickshawalas, probably not all of them, but there's few, I've been through that in college. I wanted to put one of them in a train bogie and send them to Delhi. So I got the opportunity in Ungli to do it.
Yeah, actually, I think you look really hot in Ungli.
Okay,
And in
thank
terms
you.
of Shanghai, I think it was also movie.
Shanghai, not so much.
Yeah, but you were out of your comfort zone
Yeah, I
over
was chewing
there.
pan
yeah.
also, so that
Yeah.
could never look hot.
Yeah, so I think that is two different things that you have done for the same thing, which is very nice.
Great, thank you.
Welcome.
Look, he's blushing, can you see?
And yes.
I am
and
dark,
thank
you would have
I've
seen me
never
blush
got a
right
rose
now.
from a woman, so thank you so much.
Cool.
Yep,
So on that note, sir, all the very best for Ungli.
thank you.
And one question about the money has to come when we are talking about corruption. Every hero wants that 100 crore in the kitty. Do you think doing a right film sometimes really makes you more satisfied as an actor?
Yeah, but it always does.
And doing, just movies for, oh, okay, it's going to make money in 3 weeks. I mean, in 3
Yeah, that
days.
doesn't give the kind of satisfaction. Yeah, but I would be hopeful to one day do a film. Not that I've not done films that don't spend money and don't give me the satisfaction, but you're hoping with some films, every film you do a film which is liked by people, makes the money, critically acclaimed, just gets all those things in and kind of makes the film super successful. But sometimes it's not about getting 100 crores in a kitty. It's about putting in that much work into a character and just that kind of fulfillment while you work in it.
Well, I hope you use your Unglis to good use in the future.
I will always.
And thank you so much for coming on Freaky Friday.
Thank you so much.
Patel, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you so much.